The US Open has released its first mixed doubles entry list, and already there is controversy. Some of the biggest names from last year's tournament are missing, while stars like Alexandra Eala and Leylah Fernandez have secured wildcards. And this year, it's not just about tennis partnerships. Couples are getting involved, too, with Elina Svitolina teaming up with her husband Gael Monfils. But where are Jack, Draper, and Jessica Pegula? And who actually made the cut? Let's break down the first official US Open mixed doubles entry list, covering the direct acceptances, music wildcards, and qualifying draw. First, let's talk about the biggest absences. Jack Draper and Jessica Pegula both reached the semifinals of last year's revamped mixed doubles event, but neither appears on the initial entry list this time. Draper's situation is particularly interesting. Music, the former world number 4, has fallen dramatically down the rankings. Music, after an injury-hit season, and his current ranking means he couldn't secure direct entry. He could still receive a singles wildcard. But even Draper admitted recently that he isn't expecting one. Music, that means he could potentially spend US Open Fan Week. Music, fighting through singles qualifying instead of returning to the mixed doubles competition. Jessica Pegula is another major name missing from the initial list. Music, and she's not alone. Venus Williams and Alexander Bublik are also absent, while Karolina Muchova and Jakub Mensik, Naomi Osaka and Kei Nishikori, and newlyweds Katie Boulter and Music Alex de Minaur are not included either. But remember, this is only the first list. There are still 3 mixed doubles wild cards available, and 2 main draw places will come through qualifying. So, some of these names could still return. If you enjoy these US Open ranking and entry list updates, make sure you subscribe now, because we'll keep tracking every major change as the tournament gets closer. Now, let's get into the main draw. Direct acceptances. Leading the direct entry list is a blockbuster pairing, Aryna Sabalenka and Novak Djokovic. Their combined ranking is currently strong enough to put them straight into the main draw, and this is easily one of the most exciting teams on the list. Sabalenka brings enormous singles power, while Djokovic needs absolutely no introduction. Next are Elena Rybakina, Music, and Taylor Fritz. That's another serious combination with 2 of the game's biggest servers joining forces. Then we have Diana Shnaider and Daniil Medvedev, giving us another powerful all-court partnership. Iga Swiatek will team up with Casper Ruud. Swiatek is one of the biggest stars in women's tennis, while Ruud brings plenty of experience and a strong clay court background. Then there's Belinda Bencic with Flavio Cobolli, followed by Amanda Anisimova and Lerner Tien. So that's the 6 teams, currently receiving direct acceptance. But there are still 2 places reserved for qualifiers, meaning the final main draw is not complete yet. Music, and if you're enjoying this breakdown, take a second to subscribe. The US Open entry lists can change quickly, and we'll be bringing you the biggest updates, music surprises, and last-minute additions. Now let's move to the wild cards, and this is where things get really interesting. Reigning champions Sara Errani and Andrea Vavassori have received a wild card. Music, that's hardly surprising considering they know exactly what it takes to win this music event. But then comes Alexandra Eala and Felix Auger-Aliassime. Eala is one of the exciting young names attracting huge attention, music, and her wild card gives her another opportunity to share the court with one of the sport's established stars. Next are Leylah Fernandez and Frances Tiafoe. Fernandez is a former US Open finalist, while Tiafoe has built a huge following in New York, making this another partnership fans will be watching closely. Taylor, Townsend, and Alexander Zverev are also on the wild card list. Townsend brings tremendous doubles experience, while Zverev adds elite singles quality. And finally, perhaps one of the most interesting combinations of the entire tournament, Elina Svitolina and Gael Monfils. Yes, the married tennis couple will be playing together. That's exactly the kind of storyline that makes mixed doubles so entertaining. You're not only watching teammates, you're watching a real-life couple competing side by side on one of tennis's biggest stages. The 5th announced wildcard team is therefore Svitolina and Monfils, but there are still 3 wildcards remaining. That means another major surprise could be coming. Could one of the missing stars return? Could we see another famous name added? Or could Serena Williams make a dramatic appearance? For now, nothing is confirmed. Finally, let's look at the qualifying draw. Leading qualifying are doubles world number 1 Katerina Siniakova and Henry Patton. They're followed by Gabriela Dabrowski and Harry Heliovara. Then we have Luisa Stefani Music and Neil Skupski, Alexandra Krunic and Matapovic, Yelena Ostapenko Music and Marcelo Arevalo, and Aaron Routliffe and Lloyd Glasspool. These teams are fighting for the final 2 main draw positions, and because qualifying is only 1 day, there won't be much room for music mistakes. So there you have it. The first U.S. Open mixed doubles entry list is already creating plenty of talking points. Jack Draper and Jessica Pegula, last year's music semifinalists, are missing. Venus Williams, Naomi Osaka, Katie Boulter, and several other big names are also absent from the initial lineup. Meanwhile, Alexandra Eala and Leylah Fernandez have secured wild cards. And Alina Svitolina and Gail Monfils are bringing the husband and wife storyline to New York.